All right, folks. So this isn't a video that I necessarily wanted to make. There was indeed an incident that occurred, and I feel like people are going to want an explanation from me about this because, I mean, there's really no way to say it. I got exposed. And, when something like that happens, when you have a thought process about an individual and then something comes along and changes that thought process, the least the person can do is explain themselves. Now, I'm someone who's found themselves in many situations and in many squirrels and conflicts and wars with different people. But this one, it's tougher because, the proof is out there. There's clear-cut evidence with this. So I just want to give my side of the story and kind of see if maybe you can understand what happened here and primarily, I guess, why this happened. Because as everyone might be aware, if you watched Game and Talk, I got exposed. I'm not good at Super Smash Brothers. And I pride myself on trying to be good at a myriad of games. But I got my monkey ass handed to me by this little girl right here, this Josie person. Now let me explain. Let me set this up for you, okay? Because I feel like, and no, I'm not coping about this. I'm just explaining my side of things. She picked this whole situation, okay? She wanted to play Smash Brothers, and I was like, fine. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a great game that I have not played probably in 5 years. I played it up until 2019. For me, Smash Brothers, I don't view it as a super competitive fighting game. I view it more so as a really fun party game with the items and the stages changing and the stages having all this stuff. And she comes along with this and is like, okay, we're going to do Omega Stages 3 stock. And I'm like, no items? No fun stages? No fun sort of stuff? Like, where's the fun? Where's the party atmosphere of Smash Brothers? Now, I ended up, after we decided on this, I ended up booting up my copy of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate a day or so before we were going to do this live. And I had completely forgotten what to do. I was having a great time figuring out why up was not jump. And then I remembered. I was like, oh, it's mapped to a button. So I don't have a main character in Smash Brothers. I never played Smash Brothers N64 with my friends. We were playing the wrestling games. I never played it really on the GameCube because none of my friends had this game and I didn't have this game. I played the Wii one with some friends, but it wasn't anything super crazy. And same thing on the Wii U. It was never a competitive thing for me. But this little harlot right here, Josie Channel link in the description, evidently it's different in California. This is serious stuff. We have main characters. We know metas. We know edge guarding. What other fighting game that's not a fighting game like this has edge guarding as a main mechanic? I'm someone who's a little bit more old school with my fighting games, but even the modern entries I do pretty decent at. Your Street Fighters, your Mortal Kombats, your Virtua Fighters. I could play Street Fighter and hold my own. I could play the latest Mortal Kombat and hold my own. We don't get new Virtua Fighters, but I could play those games and do well. So we started things off. This is apologies for the terrible quality of the video. She mains Cloud, and I'm Ryu. Now, if you know anything about this, there's a big sword, the Buster Sword here. What do I have? Fire little Hadokens and crap like that? It's kind of tough to see what's happening here. But the most important thing you could see is I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay? I will admit defeat in this game. You want to say you're better at Smash Brothers than I am? Fine by me. Because you know what? If you play it somewhat competitively, you probably are. this wasn't even close. Okay, it started out a lot closer than it ended up being. I'm flying all over the stage. There's no fun items. There's no stage. It's just one flat area. You got to stay on this one flat area. Like, what was that? I got bodied, and it continued on and on and on. Omni slashes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's fun. That's a real fun time. I'm having a great time here. Just getting my brains beat in front of a live audience. This is why I don't stream games, people. Like, I'll stream some games, and the Castlevania Dawn of Sorrows, we stream that. We stream the wrestling games. I'm good at those games. Like, I don't have to pay attention to be good. Look at this. This is absolute insane. Look at her. Look at her. That little evil, devilish grin on her face. I got goose egged. Nate did well. Nate beat her a couple times. But like, I couldn't do anything. I felt very helpless. Now, I do want to mention, in this hour-long stream, I did get one win. Okay? Let me show that off. This didn't go very. I did a little better. With a Belmont, but I didn't win. But I did win with Ridley. And supposedly this was because, like, Ridley and... Oh, wait, this was my Akira run. I paid 75 cents for that damn Akira skin, and it failed me. But, like, my Ridley run went well. And this was supposedly because of Olimar. Olimar is not a good matchup for Ridley. To which I say, is Daigo worried about matchups, or is he worried about his own skill level? I don't view this, and I understand that there's tournaments and stuff like that, and lots of people do. But for me, as a player, I don't view this as a hyper, like, sort of super competitive fighting game. Because I just feel like, you know, even in these higher tier stages and, you know, competition levels, like, I still feel like there's so much deviation between the characters. And I'm going to catch heat for saying that. Like, that's fine with me, if that's what it comes down to. Because I understand there are passionate, sometimes smelly, competitive Smash players. But a lot of those Smash players do get canceled, and I don't get canceled. I just get a little bit exposed here. But I wanted to show this, to show that I'm not a completely incompetent human being. Like, I could beat a small child at a video game, but when the small child is familiar with this video game and knows the ins and outs and knows the meta and the edge guarding and all the when to do the moves and stuff like that, like, it becomes tough. You can even say that this was technically like elder abuse. Here's the final stage of this. And I just wanted to show you, I'm not a complete invalid, all right? I managed to overcome. And I think maybe this is a good story. Like, yeah, I got exposed for being a bad Smash player, but I managed to overcome. Look at the joy in my face. Look at the joy. Look at the happiness. And I feel like you too can overcome things that happen. You know? You can't be good at everything. Nobody's good at every video game. And that's okay. There's going to be games that you like that other people don't like. You're going to see a game a certain way, and other people are going to see it another way. And you know what? There is no right or wrong answer. At the end of the day, a video game, your experience with a video game is your experience. And no one can take that away from you. No one can take away the fact that I'm not good at Smash. I like the lore. I like all of the characters that are in it. It's a celebration. If you go back and watch my Smash Ultimate video, it's a celebration of video games and the diversity of video game characters. And if you're not good at it, that's okay. You could still have fun. Not everyone's going to be a competitive Smash player. Not everyone's going to Evo. Do they even have Smash at Evo? I don't even know, because I don't do that sort of stuff. But I just wanted to clarify my side of the story on this, because there was a lot of heat in the comment section. There was a lot of controversy, a lot of people talking about it. And, you know, sometimes the best way to address a situation like this is to just No, not punch. What is wrong with you, you sicko? You meet it head on. Apply directly to the forehead. Jesus Christ. So violent, so angry. Anyways, guys, I hope you appreciate my brutal honesty on this topic. And I hope that you can, look past this flaw that I have, because maybe this is a flaw that I have. But I think at least it does solve one thing. A big question that a lot of people have had. I'm not a Nintendo YouTuber.